was this man who, when you go into Washington, D.C., you cannot help but be surrounded by his iconic, classically elegant buildings. You may not even realize who the architect of some of the finest monumental buildings in Washington, D.C., such as the National Archives, the West Wing of the National Gallery, the House of the Temple. That was declared back in the 30s to be one of the 5 most beautiful buildings in the entire world. The Branch House in Richmond, Virginia, which was built for John Branch, an exquisite building that's now the Branch Museum for Architecture in Richmond. The Union Station in Richmond, Virginia. The planning of Yale University and many others. Who was this prodigious talent? Well, he was born in 1874. He was destined, it seemed, to become a doctor. But instead he went to Columbia University and he studied architecture. After he graduated, he went to Europe and he studied all of the classical styles. He studied in Rome, he studied in Greece, he went to the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, and then he came back to the United States, worked for a while with a firm, and then set up his own architecture firm in New York City. From there he began designing and laying out the most beautiful homes, the high society homes in Newport, Rhode Island, and he just so happened to have married one of those young ladies, one from the rich and the famous. He designed many of those exquisite cottages. Then he started, and he was a member of the Commission for the Arts in Washington, D.C. from 1912 to 1922, and he pretty much had a hand in what is Washington, D.C. today. When you look at the Jefferson Memorial, you will see his work. Although the Jefferson Memorial was not completed until after his death, it is his design, and he used the rotunda at the University of Virginia, and he also used the Pantheon in Rome as his inspiration for that, most appropriately. Really, he could work in any style. He was classically trained, to be sure, and he was known as an extreme perfectionist, but also combining livability in some of the homes that he designed. But he could work in anything. He could do Georgian, he could do Federal, he could do Italian Renaissance. He was a wonder. But you know what his biggest asset was? His ability for hard work. He worked very, very hard. He was very meticulous, very perfectionistic, and we can thank him today for that, because just look at our beautiful Capitol. He helped lay it out. He helped design it. His work is absolutely everywhere you look. Thank you very much. This is Suzanne Seeley. Please like, subscribe, and pass me on.